Hi everyone, it's Linda G here. Monday with Mel. Hi Mel.
Hi, Linda. How are you, darling?
Very nice shirt.
Oh, thanks. Yours is nice, though.
Oh, very sophisticated. We both
There-
we both chose sort of the green.
Yeah, well, today, after the cold weather in Chicago, yesterday it was 60. Today it's like 58. It's like a spring day outside. So when we're done, I'm gonna go out for a walk and take my cousin lunch at the doctor's office where she works. So I got things
Nice.
planned. Yeah.
That kind of a day, huh?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful.
It's a holiday too, a President's Day. And I
Well.
laugh on all the social media. They're showing Obama and uh, Biden and even Bush, but nobody's showing a picture of him.
Well, I got a feeling, in the not so distant future, my favorite saying, it's not going to be tomorrow at 2:30, but his presidency will be overturned. The first one will, and my feeling is this one will. So as president, he'll be erased from the history books. I
Yeah,
mean,
as a traitor.
they'll say he was a president, but not a legitimate one. So
And what gets me is he's desperate to have a bridge named after him, a building named after him, and he's telling people, name it after me and I'll give you the money that
yeah,
we're holding up, which is not his money.
and you know what'll happen? They'll never get the money, or it's not his money. That's right.
Yeah.
Um, and those names he's put his building on since he's been president, like the Kennedy Center,
Yeah.
he closed that because he bankrupted it because nobody would perform there. It wasn't because it was in disrepair.
They
But
just got done reviving it in 2019.
exactly. And his name will come off. Um, and I keep seeing Trump Tower here in Chicago. I keep seeing his name coming down. But
Wow, I love it.
Here in Chicago, I'll just think they'll take the T off and leave rump up for about a month.
I
Every
love it.
time I walk past that building, I have to look the other way. And a
Yeah.
lot of people who bought in that building, bought condos, got screwed royally.
Wasn't it terrible how he does that to people?
That was horrible.
Even the ones that built his buildings, he screwed them over.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I think in history, he'll probably go down like the president of the Confederacy, Andrew, who was it, Jackson or whatever? Uh, Not a legitimate president. So that's what I see. And
Oh,
my
wait.
feeling,
Uh, Are
who
you
the
talking
president of
about Jackson or are you talking about
the
Robert E.
president,
Lee?
Robert E. Lee wasn't the president of the Confederacy. I'm talking about the president of
Oh,
the Confederacy. I think it was
yeah, he sort
Jackson.
of disappeared, right?
Well, they talk about it, but he's not that big in history. So I think the same thing will happen with Trump, that, they'll say he was a president, but an illegal president.
Well, he's
Uh,
going to be in all the history books if he wants his name somewhere
oh,
about
bingo.
about
But
a
it's
horrible person and what happened to the United States because he couldn't have done all this without his background noise there.
absolutely. But he'll go down in history like an Andrew Jackson, the one who tried to pull everything apart. Um, But he's going to be tried for crimes against humanity, even if he's dead. I
Yeah.
still see him being tried for crimes against humanity. And I can tell you who else is going to be tried for that is going to be Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi. Pam
Yeah.
Bondi's going to go to jail.
Cash Patel.
Cash
Oh, you know,
Patel,
one I always saw in the orange jumpsuit was Jared Kushner. Back in the beginning, I saw him in the orange jumpsuit.
and we can't forget Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So justice will be done. That's for
Justin,
sure.
do you think Pam Bondi will still have that uppity F you guys type of attitude? Or will she beg for mercy?
I've been watching her hearings, and she's got that, she does a Kellyanne Conway. No matter what the Democrats ask her, she twists it and turns it. And well, Biden was in the seat and so and so. Nobody cares who was in that seat. You're
Yeah.
sitting in it now, Pam. Um, I think she'll still have that flippant attitude. But the scene in my mind that keeps playing out with her, if you watch Game of Thrones, when one of the characters was walking down the stairs, the
And
walk
they
of
said
shame,
shame,
and they
shame.
were shame, shame. That's what I see for Pam Bondi.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
love
she
it.
won't be nude.
Yeah.
Um, I think she'll try to keep her flippant attitude. I mean, she's got to be incredibly ignorant because she thinks that nothing can touch her. And I think she also thinks that if something should happen, Donald Trump would give her a blanket pardon.
That's what everybody thinks. Yeah.
But blanket pardons wouldn't hold up. You can't pardon somebody for something that they've done before they've done it.
Yeah. Especially stuff that is a criminal, really bad crime.
And here's where they'd really get her. So let's say his blanket pardon did hold up, but they would get her in the states where
Yes.
she lied and all of that stuff. And there will be numerous states that will file indictments against her. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
she's
She's
going to have
not going
that
to be able to keep up.
flippant attitude. Well, it's they're against me, they're this, they're that. So I think her thinking that she is immune to the law is why she's another reason why she does Trump's bidding and she's flippant and she lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's also going to get convicted for lying to Congress.
But why am I feeling like everybody's nervous? Is it because they win by such a landslide?
I'm
I
sorry.
almost feel like, uh-oh, like they know trouble is coming. It must be because the left wins by a landslide.
They know trouble's coming, and that's why a
Because
lot
right
of them
now they're winning in Louisiana and Kentucky, unheard of.
bingo, and that's why a lot of them are walking away. Is a lot of Republicans are retiring because they don't want to have to face the fallout.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I think that they'll try to cheat in the midterms, but they will not be successful because
because it's a landslide.
and by the way, that SAVE Act will never pass the Senate.
Good, thank you.
It passed the House, but I don't see it passing the Senate. Uh,
So, do you have any announcements?
there's somebody asking about, will Androniki come out with a body moisturizer? It's been a rough winter. I do think he said he's going to come out with a moisturizer. I don't know when he said, but you
Yeah,
can go
but
to,
the stuff that you use on your face, you can use on your
yeah,
skin.
you can use on your hands. I use it on my hands. I use the serums on my hands too. Um, but go to Andro, um, plus the plus sign Nikki, Niki, and they should, he'll tell you their product line and just email him and he'll let
Yeah,
you know.
he loves to answer emails. He's very good at
Yeah,
that.
I get so many I can't possibly answer them all. But and then I've got my trips coming up. I've got the Danube that's departing May the 8th. That one is there might be a few openings.
Is that the one
Uh,
my sister's going on?
no, Debbie
Oh,
is going to the Galapagos.
okay.
That's September the 8th. And if anybody's interested in going on that one is sold out. But I'll take names for a wait list. And the chances are that you'll get a spot because I had three names on the wait list and two openings just came about. So those two people
That's like
got
I did with waitlisted. I tend to turn around really fast.
exactly. And then in August, I have openings for Iceland. The air seats are filling up because everybody and their brother is going to see the eclipse, which is only going to be about a minute and a half in Reykjavik. But I've got I've got room for on that trip. But if you're going to do it,
Where are you going for that Iceland?
Iceland. That's for the eclipse.
Because I think Nath is doing something too in Portugal or
Uh,
Spain.
yeah,
In Spain.
we're going to Iceland. Um, I was thinking about Egypt, but they said it's just too hot when the eclipse is going to happen there.
Egypt's a big eclipse, the one in 2007,
Yeah.
17.
The only you mean 2027?
No, oh, 27, sorry. And they
Uh,
said that it's just too bloody hot. It's 117 during the day.
I was going to set it up, but then they were like, it's going to just be too hot, and so
So you
nobody.
can go to Portugal, southern Portugal, maybe Spain. I don't know, but Nath is working on that too.
But we're going to do Iceland for 2026, the
Right.
eclipse.
But that's a
Uh,
short one.
that's a short one, but it's still going to be a fun trip. So
Yeah.
If anybody's interested, let me know. And then next year, I might do another eclipse trip. I don't know. Oh, and I forgot Gettysburg coming up. You're coming on that. We announced
Yeah,
it.
did you already announce that I'm
We
coming? But
announced
I'm
it
not
Friday.
coming as a reader.
No, we told everybody. That's on July 18th through the 21st. Linda is going to be our guest, but she's not coming as a reader. Linda is
I'm
coming.
coming to talk to the ghostesses.
She's coming and talk to the ghostess and to be and to be a participant. So I'm just so happy you're coming, and we're going to be on the same airplane going there, so that's cool.
Yeah, we should have a great time.
I'll have the waitress send you a Virgin Mary. How's that?
But um, is that sold out?
Not yet, but it's getting close. As of
Okay.
Friday, we had 8 openings, but we haven't been in the office as of Saturday, so we haven't been in the office for 2 days. So I
Yeah,
think it's going to sell out within the next 3 or 4 days.
yeah,
So that's exciting.
yeah. I'm glad to go. I had met these people, and they said they were going to sponsor some sort of arrangement for Gettysburg, and the gal that was supposed to do it, I just never heard from her. And we're going on March. She obviously wasn't going to plan something, or she might not, that she's not planning it. Something must have happened. But I like this where I'm not responsible for readings or anything.
No, all you just have to do is go and be yourself.
Yeah,
Um, Kevin had talked about this for a couple years, and he'd gone to Gettysburg a few times. And then last summer, he asked me if I would go just to check it out to see what I thought. And I did, and I thought this is incredible. So
who did you go with?
I met Kevin Chandler and his husband out there because
Oh, and you guys went before?
yeah, he's been talking about this for a couple years because he's been there numerous times, and I had never been. So I went last summer. I think I called you from out there. Anyway, um, we I said, this is incredible. And I stayed in one of the most haunted rooms. And I really didn't, I mean,
What hotel was it?
I'm sorry,
Where
Farnsworth
were
House.
the who?
Farnsworth House. We're going to be there on the 20th. We'll be in the attic and in the basement, then we'll flip. We're not spending the night there, but I did rent out the McFarland room and the Farnsworth House. It's all supposed to be have a lot of visitation.
Did you get visited in the room at the Farnsworth place?
Um, I took a little. There was little toys in there because the little boy supposedly died in there. It was a nursery, I guess, and he was hit by a wagon. They brought him in there, and he passed away. And so they had little toys, and I put one on the floor, and it kind of rolled. And I thought, well, I don't know, was it the
Yeah,
sat on the floor? Who knows? But I felt spirit presence, but I didn't feel it wasn't malevolent. It wasn't frightening. It wasn't anything like that. And I had a really good night's sleep. So I mean,
yeah. I blast the TV
yeah, I
when
had the
I'm in,
TV on.
because I was at the what's the name of the hotel that Stephen King based his movie on?
Oh,
But he didn't film it there. But I was at the actual hotel up in Colorado,
yeah.
and that place was as haunted as can be. My little electro thing was going off all the time. There was so many ghostesses, but I stayed in the older part of the building, which I wish I hadn't. I wish I stayed in the newer. But I had that, I had that TV. I remember King Kong was on, and I blessed that sucker. I wasn't going to fall asleep listening to ghostesses.
Well, I stayed in the most haunted room, but then there are most visited. But then there's another one at McFarland. Can't think of the name of it right now, but I rented that because the other one wasn't open, the other room. And some lucky winner will do a drawing when we get there, and it can sleep 2 people. So that would be on the evening of the 20th. They can spend the night in the McFarland house. So
Oh,
we'll
cool.
see. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, we're gonna go to the orphanage and to Jenny Wade House, McFarland House, and then we'll have a
Any of the
tour.
battlefields?
Yes, we're having a tour of the Gettysburg battlefields, and that's narrated. So it's going to be a lot crammed in for like it's on Thursday night the 18th is kind of a meet and greet and an orientation. I think the next morning people are kind of free, but then we meet at a certain time, like 1 o'clock, to do the battlefield tour. Then we'll have a couple hour break, and then that evening we'll have a tour of the Jenny Wade House and the orphanage.
Ooh, fun.
So we'll split the group in half. And then the following day there will be some free time. And then I think it's 2 or 3 o'clock that next day, we'll have an enactment of a Civil War surgeon.
Nice.
And then meanwhile, after that, I'll take little groups of 4 and 5 into the room that I rented at the McFarland house so they can try to experience what's happening there. And then I think we'll have a buffet in the tavern at McFarland House, which is supposed to be haunted. Oh, and we'll have dinner. Now that buffet is included, but we'll have dinner in a haunted restaurant one night too. So
I'm not going to let no ghost assist touch my food. Oh, hell to the no.
you like smack.
I'd be
So
like,
then
excuse, go to grab my stick. I take it right back. Shoot.
so then um we will so that evening then we'll have our buffet at McFarland at the tavern at McFarland House. Then a group will go in the attic and a group will go in the basement. We'll have ghost hunting equipment, and then after an hour we'll switch. And
Awesome.
so, that'll probably be 11 or 12 at night, and then we'll go back to the hotel, and then next morning we leave. So
Wow, that's great.
it'll be a lot. So I'm excited, and I'm glad you're coming. We'll have a ball. We're gonna have a ball.
Oh, Robert Duvall died,
Oh wow,
but he was 95.
yeah, he was up there, huh?
Yeah, he was in Apocalypse and he was in The Godfather.
All right, I know. Yeah, he was the consigliere. He was the lawyer for the family.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a
he was
good
good.
actor, but he
He
lived to
was a
be
good.
95. That's wonderful.
God bless him. So we got questions, huh?
Okay, yes, we got questions. Thank you guys for answering the questions. And how's your calendar doing? Are you busy or do you have any openings?
For what?
Readings.
Oh, I've got openings for readings. Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
because I also mentioned Arthur at Ease Your Mind. He has
Yeah.
openings.
I've got openings. Just call my office, 847-590-5411. I get so many emails, it's almost impossible to answer them
Me
all.
too. And then you go through, well, thank God I have my daughter. And then they fill up right again. She can't keep up. But beautiful people, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? We're not
wonderful,
saying we
wonderful.
don't love you. Thank you so much. But
It's just that we
listen,
get
why
so
don't you
many.
pick the first question?
Oh, okay. Um, all right. People are asking about the Nancy Guthrie case. I don't know if you want to comment on it or not. But this one, Deb says, I would really like to know about the Nancy Guthrie case. When and where will she be found and what happened? I'm so invested in it.
They had a pretty famous psychic astrologer talking about her chart today. And she said that she has all these aspects that are danger. And she said she was highly heartbroken because she knew the people that took her. She
Wow.
knew them. I said that from the beginning, and that she doesn't feel she's still with us. And I said that in the beginning.
I will say it this way. I am not feeling a good outcome with this. I never
Yeah.
did.
But she's doing good energetically. She's free from, but she hates to see her family suffering.
The perpetrator, plural, will get caught. Yes.
I feel
Um,
they'll get caught. Now I feel they'll find her.
um,
Or do
I,
you
I
think
hear
it's
re
gone for a
I
while?
hear remains. Yes.
Okay.
Uh, but it was a known face. I hear a yes to that as well.
And you know that her daughter was on the news
I saw
and
it.
she's talking about no, not going back to the Today Show. I totally understand. Wouldn't say I'm not going back. I'd say I'm taking a year off or something because the Today Show would bring her back. Because her mother would not want her to do that.
Her
Her
mother would
mother
want her to
would
go
want
on.
her to live on. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I agree with that.
But it
Okay.
was somebody that that she might not known the person that came in. They might have been covered up, but now she knows who it was, and it's heartbreaking.
It was a familiar face.
Yeah.
Somebody she had seen. Somebody that she wouldn't feel threatened by.
Wow. Okay, so I'll pick one now. Will they find the bodies on Zorro Ranch? Our people just love good news, don't they?
Yeah, right.
Will they find the bodies on Zorro Ranch in New Mexico? If so, is it this year? No, it's not this year. Not that I'm good with time, but I'm feeling they won't even really start looking for a couple of years. And I do
Right.
feel they'll find some. I do feel they'll find some young bodies.
Um, I hear a yes to that. So,
Okay.
okay. I think blazing gin, I think it says. I like this. It says water with three question marks. The world is running out of good drinking water. Trump has already shown when someone has control over human needs that he uses things as leverage. Water, how will the water issue be fixed? And most importantly, when? It's funny, when I went to Africa, the guides were like, water is life. And I used, here I would like when I'd shave, I'd leave the water running or, in the shower and stuff. But when I got back from Africa, I started conserving water.
I
There,
always did because we had droughts way when I was younger in the East Bay.
I mean, there everything's bottled water. You can't drink the tap water. You can shower in it, but you put a little and you brush your teeth in a little glass, and you can learn to bathe in just a little bit of water. So I,
My
I
dad encouraged us to do military showers where
there
you
you go.
put the water on and you lather up and then you rinse off.
That's exactly how it works. I think, well, they can call it military showers is another word for it, but um, I mean, when we were in Africa, we saw people washing clothes in the stream, and the water just looked dirty. And sometimes their teeth are really brown, not because they don't have good dental hygiene, it's from the water.
Wow.
And so I think water is in abundance. It's just finding
Clean
drink. It's
water. And there's ways
how
they can clean the water, but it's very expensive.
correct. It's
But let
finding.
me tell you right now, California's not going to have a problem for the next few years because you should see the Armageddon snow that's taking off right now
I heard
up in
about that. I was
Tahoe.
going to
Yeah.
ask you. They were saying that Northern California is getting hit by some terrible storms, and I was going to ask if you're getting it.
We're just getting rain and it's not bad.
Okay.
Not as bad as that last time where it felt like someone put a hose on the house. But
Yeah.
up in Tahoe, they got some big time snow and it's coming today and tomorrow. But it's
Wow.
supposed to rain through Sunday.
Wow. So that means floods.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be safe. My guides tell me you'll be safe.
Yeah, well, I paid a lot of money to get appropriate irrigation for this house. That cost me the most.
I'm sure.
Besides, I got the bottom of the house shored to the foundation, so in case of an earthquake.
I've got a client who from Pakistan, and his company, they have a charity, and they get geologists to go into places where it's a hard time getting water, and they drill wells, and it brings potable water to the people. And he asked me to go, and I think one of these days I'm going to go and check it out. I'd love to do
That'd be
that.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do it. He would take all kinds of shots, but I really don't care about that. But it's just really humanitarian. And so, in answer to the question, uh, Blazing Gin, I see a lot more humanitarian organizations springing up
Right.
to help feed the starving people on the planet, but also to bring
And
drinkable
they'll
water.
come up with, without Trump in office, they'll come up with ideas after ideas and science after science of ways to assist. Remember when Georgia was this close to just totally running out of water altogether?
Right,
I
right,
kept thinking, is it really that bad? And they were saying, we are just about getting ready. They were shipping in water.
right.
Then all of a sudden, Georgia got a mass amount of rain, and now they don't have it. And we were like that. California was like that. We weren't flushing toilets and everything, and you would get penalized if they caught you watering your lawn. And then all of a sudden, boom. But you think my water bill's lower? Nope. Keeps
Well,
going
no,
up.
no, no such luck. Um, I karmically, I feel like Trump and his cronies, And Elon Musk of the world, well, Elon Musk's going to lose a big part of his fortune, as will Donald Trump. But karmically, they're going to have to pay for the people that died because of their policies. Because of what Trump did, there are people starving
It's terrible.
and people who don't have clean drinking water and are dying of waterborne diseases. And a lot of that has gotten worse because of Trump's cuts. And he's going to have to pay for that. And he will karmically pay for it. My guides
Yeah,
assure me of that.
yeah.
So, anyway.
So did you get okay? I wanted to ask you from Rusty saying, what's going on with Mitch McConnell? Have you tapped into that? How's he
Um,
doing?
well, you know, I didn't think he'd leave the hospital. I think he's out. But when I tune into him, I'm not seeing anything, which tells me that he doesn't have a long way to go at all. He's going to
Well,
cross
we
over.
thought he was dying 4 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. But he's going to cross over very, very soon.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling I could be wrong, but I don't know who would take his place in Kentucky. But ultimately, well, he's leaving the Senate anyway. But my feeling is that ultimately a Democrat will take his seat
Yeah, by vote because he
by
can't be
vote.
replaced
Correct. Correct.
unless
By
it's a
vote.
Republican. Yeah.
That's right. And I just heard Andy Bashir of Kentucky. Trump was this the annual governor's dinner or something that is bipartisan, and Trump was bad-mouthing a few of the Democrats and then inviting them to come. And Andy Bashir said, "I'm absolutely not going." If there's
They canceled it because he didn't invite so many people just because.
That's right. That's right. And so Bashir stood up, and Bashir's a Democrat in Kentucky, and I like him. He's got a set. And
Yeah.
I see Kentucky, I see a Democrat in McConnell's seat. So I see Kentucky going more purple. So
Yeah, and surprising. It's surprising right
very.
now these special elections that are going blue. It's like unheard of. 40 years, this has been going totally in red, and now it's blue. I love it. I love it, you guys. Um, Let me look at Mitch McConnell.
I call him the turtle, except I've got a
He
turtle
did
turn
so
too.
much damage. He did so much damage. What he did to Barack Obama, not letting him put in a justice, saying you can't do that, then telling him when Ruth Gator Ginsburg died, he couldn't replace her after he made the new rule that you can.
Right. People haven't forgotten about that.
Yeah. Oh, he's created this chaos. But let me tell you, every one of those people that are in there that McConnell put in, they're going to be standing before a tribunal for lying to the American public.
I pulled the moon. Look, when you were talking, secrets coming to the surface, some not
Yeah.
so pleasant things coming out. Um, and then look, I asked that final outcome with him and I pulled a death card. So,
Yeah,
well,
he's definitely getting ready to go, but I feel he's real fuzzy brained. He's not doing very well.
I'm picking up the
Like you
same
can't
thing.
make any sense of him. They may wheel him in for making an appearance, but he's not talking to anybody.
No. Okay. Here's the good one.
Hold on one
Uh,
second. One second.
okay. Technical difficulty. Um, we have one here from Elzabel Rue, all the way from South Africa. Wow. There you go. Hi, South Africa. It says, I don't speak Afrikaans, or I could say hello, or any of the other languages there. Hello, Linda. Will the people displaced by ICE be returned back to the United States from wherever they were sent? I,
Yeah, they'll reapply and get in and prove that they were here and got kicked out. Some of
well,
them weren't here legally. They'll make them go through the process.
um, she says displaced, and I say, you mean the ones that are illegally arrested, sent to
Because some
concentration
people were
camps?
here and had every legal right. Those ones will come right back in.
That's right. That's right. And I just heard something, speaking of those deportations, I just heard that the conditions in those concentration camps are deplorable. And that,
Yes, Gene, what's his name? He's the congressman. The
right.
one that Pam Bondi said was a has-been attorney or low. He was there. He said 67 men in like sardines.
And that they're being, abused. That a lot of the times the guards will wrap things around their hands, so when they beat them, then the detainees, we should say the victims in the concentration camps, won't show bruises. So
They
the
feed him
situation,
awful food.
oh yeah,
That's
but
all deliberate.
it is. But you know what I see? The people that are treating these people so bad, they're gonna also, I see like a tribunal, almost like the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah, and
And a
they'll have
lot
to
of these
say, "Why
guards,
did you
and
do?" Yeah,
they're going to be called to justice on this. But you better bet your bottom dollar, if they were incarcerated and somebody fed them that kind of food, they'd be the first to scream.
yeah, yeah,
But I do see many of those guards, they're going to have to face the music. Just like a
yeah,
lot of the guards in the concentration camps when they were liberating Nazi Germany. A lot of those guards were executed because of being so brutal to the inmates. So
yeah.
I see tribunals coming like the Nuremberg trials, I'm telling you.
Oh, it's going to be so many of them, we won't know if we're coming or going. Hold on one second. Winter is here. Do you see a live health event at the State of the Union address on February 24th? I'm going to
Ooh,
throw on that.
yeah. I'm just doing the major arcana today.
Let's look if anything's going to happen.
Let's see what'll happen.
You know how he talks with his eyes half shut?
Good impression. I pulled a
The
magician.
Democrats are thinking about not coming.
Ooh, look, I got judgment. Ooh, wow. Um, but they're asking about a health event with Trump. I see Democrats boycotting.
I think they will boycott. They're
And
talking about it out loud right now.
I pulled the Ten of Swords. That's health issues, back issues. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be so disjointed and rambling that people are going to be like,
He's
what?
good once again. Nobody can make sense out of what
It's
he's
going to be
saying.
like, what's he talking about? And there will be a slight droop to one side of his face. So um, I think he's having tiny strokes, is what I think.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what
that
I pick
matches his tiny manhood.
up. What manhood? He doesn't have one.
Decisions will be made about him that aren't too flattering. He will rake in his just rewards. He's got the demon right on top of him.
Um, and
And
look at
he
this.
goes back and forth like he's not making any sense.
Well, I pulled another card too while you were talking. Look, I got the Nine of Swords, anxiety, not sleeping well. Ooh, um, and a lot of the deceit and the diversions that's been going on about his health will come to the surface. So I don't know. It's going to be totally disjointed. That's how I see it.
I just see everybody saying, "My God, he was." It's. You think he was bad before? This will be one of the worst ones. He's not lucid at all.
Oh, Linda, he's going to go off on so many tangents. It's like the stream of thought interference. It's like, where's he going? Uh,
Right. Right.
uh, all right.
And then lie about his numbers. Lie about how many illegals they've gotten out of the country. Just lie.
I just saw something on the F News Network that they were saying, oh, the numbers are out and the economy's great and this is great and blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, well, I don't know where they're getting their numbers, but that is so not true.
And as you know, the stock market's slowly going down. And by the time the 24th comes around, it's really down.
And have you been to the grocery store lately? Hello.
Yeah, it's so funny because there's these funny little posters people are doing, like somebody pulling over a lady. Ma'am, do you realize you were going 75 and a 25? And she says, yeah, but the stock market's at 50,000.
I like the memes are incredible.
I know.
Okay. Ooh, story timer at large. I like that name. Will the investigations around Epstein in France lead to any charges for perpetrators here in the United States?
Yes, for sure for him.
Well, I put strong
He's
public
being
outcry.
really nice on X lately. He's being very sweet on X, and that's usually when he's in trouble.
I put strong public outcry because, here's what he's trying to do. He's going to create another diversion. Right now, they're talking about going into Iran. So we're going to go in Iran. We're going to do this to help the people there. The people that are protesting that are being killed by the government. What about your ICE agents here that are killing innocent people, Donald? It's a diversion. And every time the Epstein files get really hot, he does a diversion.
Yeah,
And
he
he,
always does.
so, but I see with what's coming out in France, it's going to be such a strong public outcry. But a lot of politicians, Democrats and Republicans alike, are going to get on and say, no, wait. Pam Bondi said it's over, it's done. It's not. They're going to
It's not.
demand.
And they're going to keep arresting and prosecuting people.
Right.
Oh, word is, I can't tell you if it's true or not because the source is from gossip, that Andrew's kind of losing his mind right now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ex Prince Andrew, because
Right.
there's so much coming out and he's so looked upon as scum.
Well, I mean, this is going to affect world leaders from across the board,
Yeah.
not just Republicans, but Democrats, Republicans, heads of state all over. I mean, big name people. And that's why they kept it secret for so long. And that's why it was
Big banking
shrouded.
people are in trouble right now.
Oh, yeah. So there's more that's going to come out. And, it's been illusion, delusion, confusion. But I see the public
You know
outcry.
that douchebag,
Yeah.
as I like to call it. There was a story in one of the news things. This guy that was in there was not liking what he was seeing about transfers of money and these young girls. And he went to complain to the board at douchebag, saying, we better be careful. We might be walking into a minefield. Do you know he got fired?
Yeah. Right. Well, what he said is true, and that'll come out. All of that's going to come out. And I had a vision in my head where I saw one of those big drums, those big barrels, and they were throwing papers in and putting charcoal lighter on there and lighting it, and Pam Bondi and her and a bunch of people around her destroying files. Uh,
I think they're doing. You know, they did that the last time Trump came out. That
right.
young woman that wrote that book, that's probably hiding in Europe right now. She talked about it. What was his chief of staff's name? Mark something.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can't remember it. Yeah.
But he was throwing files in the fireplace.
Oh yeah. Well, that was just showing that they're destroying files. So when Pam Bondi says this whole Epstein thing is done, she's just doing that to protect Trump and to say that she's not going to do anything about what Congress said. They have to release the entire files.
Yeah,
But what I see is like in France, and I see two other countries, maybe three, having the entire Epstein
that's
files.
what I was feeling. I felt was from a foreign country. I've
Right.
always felt that.
And those countries are going to release them. They'll redact the victims' names, but the other people unredacted. And
Ooh, I love it.
they'll try to keep it from coming in the United States, but it will not work. Heads are going to
Yeah,
roll. I'm telling you. That was a really good question, by the way.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, all
Okay,
right.
so Nick's Water said Zelensky said that Putin does not have long to live for the second time in a year. Putin apparently has not been seen in a week. Is he still alive? Thanks.
He's
I don't
still
know if he
alive, but
is
not
still
for
alive.
long. I don't.
I see
Um,
people within his organization wanting to take him out.
they are. Um, I got a funny feeling he might secretly be poisoned. And that just hit me. It's coming out now. It's something we all knew. Navalny, his wife
Oh,
has
I
proof
know.
that he was poisoned with this stuff from a tree frog.
And
I
she
just,
had a hard time getting any of the skin tissues or anything from his body. But they thought they got something that was so rare she'd never find it. And sure enough, the UK found it.
they found it. Um, and my feeling is he was dead before they even said he was dead. I
Oh.
think they hid that too. I think they were just
I
giving
saw
the
him opening the door of the prison, looking up in that beautiful, brilliant light. I thought it was the sun shining on him and he was free. He is, he's free, but he's free in spirit.
I think it was just the narrative that Russia was giving that he was still alive when really he wasn't. Uh, I mean, I think he died 2 or 3 weeks before they said,
But
uh,
did people actually believe Putin that, oh yeah, he died in natural causes?
nobody believed it. Everybody knew better. I mean, it's not like I said, it's something we all knew that
But does
Putin
that
was.
make Russia even angrier now that it's out that he used a poison?
Well, I think it just goes to show what Russian people already knew. And my guides had shown me a long time ago that when Navalny died, that he would be a martyr to the cause.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and so, with his wife coming out with this, it shows she's not afraid. I don't see any
They'd
harm
love
coming
to
to.
take her out, but they can't find her.
They can't find her. She's protected, and I don't see any harm coming to her or
And
her
let me tell you
family.
something else. When Putin's gone, she may be one person that steps in.
That's what I was going to say. If it wasn't Navalny that would bring him down, if he's still alive, or that regime, it will be his wife.
Yeah,
And his spirit is working through her, I'm telling you, for justice to be done. When he died, I thought, oh no, he's going to be a martyr. And
I
here we
know.
are. So, uh, all that's going to come out as well. And when Putin dies, my light bulb just went on. There's going to be leaks about, in fact, how Donald Trump did give him top secret information about missile silos and about nuclear things and our operatives. And you had said Donald Trump is going to be tried or is going to come forward that he committed treason. And I think this is it. When Putin is gone, whistleblowers coming out that will certainly have proof that Donald Trump did these things that we've been describing.
And when you get someone like Mrs. Navalny in there and she goes through all the stuff left over, she would have no problem releasing top secrets from the Kremlin.
That's
That's
right.
what they did.
That's right. That's exactly right. I mean, this woman's going to make the worst hurricane in history look like a gentle wind um, when it comes to what I see her doing in Russia. She's gonna bring about a lot of positive change and restore democracy to Russia.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of old Russians that like Putin, but the majority of them do not. The same as here in the United States. There are some people who, drank Trump's
Yeah, but the
Kool-Aid.
people in Russia can't get money out of the bank. They barely have any food on the shelves. They're struggling. They're not telling us because he keeps that quiet, but they are all struggling. The economy is terrible.
Well, we get the word here in Chicago because we have a really, really, really large Russian population and a large Ukrainian population and a large population from the former Soviet Union. So we get to hear the what for is exactly what's
What are
going
they
on in
saying?
Russia. Well, that the money's not worth anything, obviously. Things are in very short supply. uh, the war is draining the economy, and that he's falling in disfavor with many, many Russian people.
Well,
There are
he's killing off the young men and he just keeps throwing them in there and they keep dying.
there's a few that like him, just like there's a few here that like Trump, but not the majority. And in Ukraine, one of my clients, I'm going to have her on the show. She goes to Ukraine and helps with bandages and things like
Oh,
that.
nice.
And wonderful lady. And she said that the situation in Ukraine as far as, food and this and that is really bad, but the Ukrainians will not stop fighting. They're not going to stop fighting.
No,
They
they'll
will,
die. They'll rather die.
well, Ukraine will ultimately win this war
Yeah.
because the Russians, once Putin is gone, they're just going to pull out because it's like a Vietnam for them. And
Yeah,
I see Ukraine getting back all the territory that Russia took. So when I hear JD Vance saying, well, the Ukrainians won't negotiate, what should they negotiate? They didn't do anything. Putin invaded them. There's nothing to negotiate.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and just for the record, folks, my ADD's kicking in strong today. Once Trump is out of office, I do not see JD Vance being president for long at
Oh
all.
yeah, we talked about that.
That's right.
But yeah,
So,
if Trump goes out before the end of his term, JD Vance may be a temp. But no, but his numbers are lower than Trump.
oh, boy.
And he
He'll
didn't go to Germany because they booed him.
and they did in the Olympics too. They said don't boo him, and I think they did. So,
Hell yeah.
anyway, all right, I'm off my bandwagon.
Well, we love it. We love it. Uh, is there a plan in place? This is Nathan. To dismantle criminal structure embedded in Trump administration, created and supported by an honorable and just coalition.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah,
What I do see, I just saw Barack Obama talk. It was an interview on YouTube actually, and it was an incredible interview. And people, well, what can we do? What can we do? And he said, you know, it's easy for Trump and his people to dismantle something. It's always easy to dismantle something. Building it up is difficult. And he said, we'll have to. So for us, it seems he's dismantling everything. That's easy. That's not leadership. That's just dismantling. And he said they've maybe only passed one significant thing in Congress since he's been in office. But Barack Obama said we have to do our parts.
yeah,
Speaking up, I don't care what it is, something small. Just when I hear people say, I'm tired, I don't want to speak up anymore, that Trump keeps winning, and he'll keep winning with that attitude.
yeah.
Barack Obama said we
He
have to
wants
do
to scare
something.
you to shut up. Yeah,
Correct. Volunteer somewhere. You know, um, I think I'm going to volunteer in the presidential library here, his presidential library. And he talked about the things they were doing for the kids tomorrow. And it was incredible. So don't feel like there's things you cannot do. You can, and just don't give up. And so back to the question, I see politicians like Barack Obama, like Joe Biden behind the scenes, a lot of former politicians, Democrat and Republican, even W,
yeah,
uh, working to see what we can do to restore our American democracy. And I do
yeah,
see it restored. So
yeah. Do you think that no King's March in March is going to be fantastic?
it's going to be humongous. There is a
Is
such
it going
word.
to be even bigger than the last time?
Double it. It's
Okay.
going to be huge. And my guides keep showing me more people marching and more people in the streets. And Trump saying he's pulling ICE away from Minneapolis. That was optics, but he's sending them to other cities, and those cities
He's
are going
coming
to
to
stand up.
California, I heard.
And that's another thing Barack Obama talked about. Look at the folks in Minneapolis, how they stood up. Even it brought about a few tragedies, but they stood up.
They fought.
And that's what we need to do.
Oh,
You know,
California will do it.
California will do it. Chicago's doing it. He
You'll get
talked
the
about
Black Panther. We got the Black Panthers out here. They don't take no mess.
you got it. So, people are going to stand up. So, anyway,
So I got to tell you, when I read this question, I got hit real hard. Will Prince Andrew be charged with providing trade secrets to Epstein while Andrew was in his role as UK trade envoy?
yes.
Is the UK, he's being investigated for this? Will Ghislaine get a pardon from Trump? He wants to, but I don't see him doing it.
Well, if he does, what I see happening is if he pardons her, what I see happening, it's going to be that, okay, you've pardoned her. However, um, here again, the states can pick it up. And so then she
Yeah, but
would
I
be,
also feel people mobs going after her.
oh, yeah.
Like that oh, he's gonna let you off, but we're kind of like the old Western. Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he pardons her, she better go in hiding, you know?
That's what I'm getting. The other thing, even in Europe, they're after her. But let me tell you
Well,
something. Prince Andrew, he's going to jail. I saw it as he's not no longer a prince. He's going to jail. I
you
saw
know,
it as clear as day when I read that question.
my light bulb went on. So let's say Trump does pardon her, and let's say she goes to Europe. I see at least two or three other countries having warrants for her arrest because what's in the Epstein files. So then she would end up being tried in those countries and sent to jail with no possibility of a pardon.
There you go.
So
She's not her chart, by the way, according to I think Ness said it as well as Andre is terrible. So I love
I
it.
pulled a card on her and I got the moon. Look at this. Here
Yeah,
again.
sparking
Eclipse
at the
coming to
moon.
the right.
Well, thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, we got a lot done, huh?
We sure did. Thank you.
Thank you. Next Monday, my channel,
Your
and
channel.
we'll look forward to it. And everybody
We
stay
might have
well.
things because that big eclipse happens before our event.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right.
we'll see what it is. You know, people talk about this, and I know sometimes eclipses they say can last a couple of weeks, you know, before it happens.
The effects, yeah. I
But
kept
are
thinking,
you feeling Armageddon something huge? You are? No?
well, something big coming. I don't know if it's Armageddon, but
Yeah.
it's weird. The other day I was doing a show with Kevin and my hearing aids were going well and everything, and I said, "Is Mercury retrograde?" And it was like, "No." But I think with this eclipse coming, the one you're talking about,
Yeah,
maybe
it
that's
can
what's
cause
going
things
on.
that happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
then as soon as the eclipse over, Mercury does go retrograde till the 25th of March.
oh God, my birthday's on the 22nd. It's going to be in the retrograde Mercury. And I grabbed this one. I've got Saturn in Aries, and I'm born in Aries, so we'll see where that leads.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't
Well, I
know.
hope the male strippers make it to your house this time.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next
Okay,
week.
sweetie. You
All
take
right,
care. Thank you
bye.
guys.